Marshall, where history is alive, tells Marshall's stories through its historical markers by local residents with connections to the people, places, and events described on the markers.
Hello, my name is John Sherwood. I'm a resident of Marshall, and I was raised in this town. I was very interested when I was about 13 years old to learn about something called the Crosswhite case. In 1843, a family of slaves from Kentucky managed to get to Marshall on the Underground Railroad. Their names were Adam and Sarah Crosswhite and their 3 children. And they came to Marshall to live for a few years, but they were being pursued by their owners, the Giltner family of Kentucky. And they were tracked down to Marshall in 1846. The following year, in January, a posse from Kentucky tried to capture the Crosswhite family in their cabin just north of here, about 900 feet north of here. A group of white settlers from Marshall gathered around the cabin to prevent the posse from taking the Crosswhite family back to Kentucky. That incident is known as the Crosswhite incident. In 1848, a lawsuit against the people of Marshall was taken by the family in Kentucky that owned the Crosswhites, who had escaped to Canada by then. And the family tried to recover their losses, and they won. The people of Marshall were told to pay up the value of the slaves as well as the court costs, and that was indeed paid. That court case added more fuel to the fire. It is now remembered in Marshall by this boulder here. It's a 7-foot granite boulder that was erected here, I believe, in 1921. And a gentleman by the name of George Johnson, who was the head of the Calhoun County Historical Society, wrote the words on this plaque on the back of an envelope at the time. That is in the archives of the Marshall Historical Society as it exists today. Mr. Johnson was very careful in his wording on this plaque. That plaque says that this incident and others of like nature led to the Civil War. And that was a very, very wise thing to say, because the Crosswhite case was just one of the hundreds, if not thousands, of slave recovery actions that led to the friction between the states, the Fugitive Slave Law of 1850, and the passage of all kinds of legislation that led to harsher actions between the states that ultimately did lead to civil war.